What is going on, ladies and gents, boys and girls, Steph Roonies all around the world? It is your boy Orbit Steph here, and today I'm bringing you guys a brand new video, and I just really wanted to start doing these story-based videos. I see these are really popular, and bringing up childhood stories would be pretty cool. So, I'm gonna give you guys a story about the time that I almost broke some kid's arm in school. If you know me as on a personal level, you should know that I do MMA training and I do a lot of self-defense training. I've always been into that sort of thing, UFC, Bellator MMA, just cage fighting and stuff like that, and I've always had a really big passion for it. So I personally started training for MMA I think about 5 or 6 years ago. So when this happened, I was relatively new to the whole MMA scene, and it happened during, I believe, lunch period my sophomore year. So basically what was going on is there was this kid, I forgot his name already. He was messing around with my girlfriend at the time. Clearly I'm not with her anymore. But pretty much they had a little argument going on during their science class, I guess, and my girlfriend went and asked the teacher if she can go to the bathroom. So then I guess he tried to make a little prank to her, that when she came back and tried to sit down, because I guess they were lab partners, he would pull her chair back so she would fall and then everybody would laugh. But it really didn't go that way, the way he planned it to be. So basically what happened was she came back and she went back to her desk, and then when she went to sit down, he pulled the chair back, and when she fell, she actually hit the back of her head really hard and started bleeding in the back of her head. So when I found out that he did this, I went absolutely fucking livid. Retardedly livid. I think blood was coming out of my eyes livid. And I really told the kid, I was like, you really want to fuck around and do that with my girlfriend? So then I'm going to fuck you up, basically is what I told him. And it might have been a little bit more harsh than that, but that was basically the gist of, what I told him. So then he's like, oh, I'll take you down, kid. You're no match for me, because I think the kid was a junior while I was a sophomore. So basically what ended up happening was he tried to swing at me and I caught his arm. So then I took him down into an armbar position. The things that I'm going to explain it is, if you don't really watch MMA or UFC at all, you're really not going to understand what I'm going to say. But if you do, you'll understand pretty well. But pretty much, I'll try to dumb it down for the people that don't really watch MMA or follow any of that. So here we go. So basically, I took him down. I put his arm under my arm, and I took him down to the ground and put him in an arm bar. And basically, from there, he tried to kick me right in the face, because he was he could kick backwards and he can kick me right in the face. So he did. He ended up kicking me right in the bridge of the nose, and I started bleeding out of my nose, and that kind of stunned me, and it pissed me off even more that he did that. So then what I did from there was, when I picked him up, I put his arm in a triangle, then I stomped down, pulled him up, and then I put his arm in a fucking I put him in a Kimura lock. And this is pretty fucking tough, because everybody around me knew what the hell this was, and if I didn't let go of him, I would have broken his arm right then and there. So then what would have happened was, he was trying to punch me with his other arm, and I would just keep putting it up. If you guys don't know what a Kimura lock is, if you guys are into wrestling or MMA or anything like that, if you guys know who Brock Lesnar is the move that he does where he puts you in a it's like a weird hammerlock type thing. It's really hard to explain for people that don't watch this, so I apologize. But pretty much from there, he tried to keep punching me, then I pulled his arm up, not knowing, me personally, that he was I think triple jointed or double jointed in his shoulder. So when I pulled up, I pulled all the way up, and I dislocated his arm really badly. Then the kid started crying. But me being an asshole, I didn't let go. And I kept pushing, and I actually cracked the bone that is where your muscle would be, your bicep. I cracked the bone that's on his bicep. And oh my god, I've never seen someone turn from this super badass saying he can fuck anyone up to this little baby dandelion crying on the ground, crying for his mother. It is honestly the most shocking thing I've ever seen. and it was just, I don't know, it was just the heat of the moment. It just made me want to break his arm, basically. I mean, if you see my perspective on it, you wouldn't want something to happen to somebody that you love. Well, I loved her at the time, but you know, if something happened to that to a loved one, you know, there's no limits on what you would do to defend them, you know. And pretty much the kid got sent over to the nurse's office. I found out that I did break his arm, and from there, what ended up happening was I ended up getting suspended for 9 days. And I think from there, what happened was, when I got suspended, the kid tried to like tell his parents to like do something like law related. He tried to like get me sued or something like that, but it didn't go through because what he did with my girlfriend, basically she had I think a mild concussion, and she had to get stitches in the back of her head. So whatever little thing he tried to do didn't count towards it. So it sucks for him. He basically got off with a broken arm, and I got off with just a suspension. So if you guys like this story, please make sure to leave a thumbs up. I will do more stories like this, you know, from my childhood and stuff. If you guys would like that, like I said, make sure to leave a like. It's been your boy Steph, and I'll see you guys later in another video. Peace.